God, this is one of my most highly anticipated days of the week. It's Monday, and welcome to SJU.
We're talking Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary.
It's the notorious RBG.
We know that's why you're really here. Yes.
Yeah.
The Ginsburg
Let's talk about Ginsburg. I am dying to see that movie, and somehow in the midst of all of our madness, forgot that it was out this weekend. Dan reminded me. Thank you, Dan. Good morning. It's Monday. We're not going to talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg the entire show, but towards the latter end, you never know. We're going to talk about Infinity War. There is tons of Marvel movie news coming out, you guys. I know you're surprised. Spoilers ahead. The Russos have been talking about the film, so if you do not want to know anything about it, if you haven't seen it, this is your spoiler warning. Oh, good. Yeah.
We did it.
Actual
We did it.
The metal grate
We did a thing.
has fallen.
Metal grade is
closed.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense as a graphic, and yet we keep it. So here are some of the things that they've been talking about. One, the Hulk was a misdirect, Dan. So in the marketing, I know you're shocked, but the marketing was a little bit of a misdirect. The Russo brothers told NPR's Linda Holmes that there was no change in the third act of the film, that they put the Hulk in the trailer specifically to throw off fans. Mean?
Liars.
Liars?
I like it. I
Do you
mean,
see
look,
it? We
there's
like
a
it.
very frivolous lawsuit that I'm sure some idiot's going to do, like false advertising. But I enjoy this because it means that I can watch trailers that supposedly spoil the movie without knowing that they'll actually be spoiling the movie.
Yeah, they might be tricking you.
Yeah.
Maybe they're spoiling you. Maybe they're not.
Get the best of both worlds.
There's nothing illegal there, though. What could somebody sue for?
False advertising,
I'm
right?
sure that they could try to sue for false advertising. Yeah, like I said, that I kind of came to peace with it in the Marvel movies because those are the cover things. Like that money shot is the cover of a comic book, which is not in the actual movie. I hate it generally, like for example with Alien Covenant, where they just made up shots that made it look like a horror movie that it wasn't. That I don't like, but yeah, it's a genre unto itself. It is a little bit of a bait and switch because that was like the first trailer, like that was the shot. That was like, oh, that's amazing, and then for it not to be in the movie, it's like, yeah, but I don't know. I see both sides. I don't want to. I hope they don't do it too much, but at the same time, it is definitely a misdirect.
It was a nice way to throw people off the scent of who was in the Hulkbuster armor. The biggest mystery of the Infinity War film.
That's true.
I think everybody called that. Like every time I saw that answer, everyone's like, it's Bruce Banner.
I did not see any of that
Other
speculation.
movies do this. Jurassic World did it. The first trailer had Blue. It looked like he was like betraying Chris Pratt as Chris Pratt put his hand on his snout. And now in the new trailer, we know that he got shot, and they just removed the.
Which is a bummer
dart.
because that spoiled that reveal for me.
Oh, the Jurassic Park trailer, World 2 trailer, this spoiled like half the movie. They showed the build-up. They showed the suspenseful build-up to a scene that they showed the climax of earlier in the trailer.
Yeah, what's
What
the
if
point of that?
what if the change is when they're like, it's the most dangerous creature in the world? It's a Chris Pratt dinosaur that's actually in the cage. And
Now
this
that I
is a
would
fake
Now I'm
monster.
into
That I
it.
would
Okay,
see, yeah.
all right. Hold that back.
Okay.
Hulk and Black Widow, speaking of the Hulk. So in a Q&A session at an Iowa high school, when asked about deviating from the comics.
The Russos
Wow.
just go
That story's
everywhere.
weird.
Yeah. Why are they in an Iowa high school? Why wouldn't
Are
they
they
be
running
That's
for
the
president?
in an Iowa high school?
Are they doing the caucuses?
They got my
They're doing
vote.
a trail, a caboose waving tour.
So let me tell you, they're gonna win.
Yes.
Well, they got my vote. Any rock has my vote. So talked about that relationship, and he said, I don't know which he, but one of them, that was a Joss
brother.
Whedon decision, so it's not something I can speak to. We don't directly translate the comics to the films. Why go see the films when you know how it's going to end? Look, he disappeared for 2 years. She's pretty self-sufficient. She didn't wait around for him. There's a lot of unspoken truth. There doesn't need to be a spoken reunion. He's basically saying, like, yeah, the relationship happened. He disappeared for 2 years. Obviously, Black Widow's not the type to be sitting pining away. Faithful Penelope? Correct me if I'm wrong. She went on.
They had a fine little moment where he said, "Hey, Nat," and she was like, "Hey," and they stared at each
They
other
had an
for a
awkward
minute,
pause,
and
yeah.
then 4,000 other things that had to happen in the movie happened.
I don't know if they were ever in the same room again after that.
Yeah.
They may not
I
have
have to
been.
go check. But
Which I don't blame you, Natasha. That man went to space and left you. You don't need to be in the same room as him.
Do you guys know some people that you figure they go home and do a little of this with, though? That they're so high-strung that you figure their partners just...
Oh, are you doing the Hulk talking
Yeah.
down? I thought for a second I
that's
thought you were
a-
putting on a glove.
It's a toxic
I was
relationship if you're having to like calm the monster, the rage monster.
Oh, I can't go to sleep without having someone do that to me. That's how I get. That's how I go to bed at night.
That's why we're not roommates anymore.
Listen, you can only have somebody shouting at you about Thanos' armor for so long
yeah.
before you just need a little calm just to get to sleep.
Can somebody Photoshop Joe doing the hand to...
They will.
Dan Hulk.
Not what I
Dan
had in
Hulk.
mind, but
No? Okay. Groot's, this one got me. I'm not going to lie. I did a little tear up. Groot's last words. This is from James Gunn. He confirmed on Twitter that Groot's last words to Rocket as he was vanishing were, Dad? Oh.
Oh, the tree died again.
it seemed like Peter was doing the dad stuff.
I also
Well,
feel like
Peter went full
Groot's dad is Groot.
Right. I think it was the Rocket was like his
You
surrogate.
know, anybody
father.
can be a biological father, Spencer,
that was
but
what
not
Guardians
everyone
two was
can
like.
be a dad.
Oh, yeah.
As we learned in Guardians 2.
I saw one of those Be a Dad billboards that was the Smurfs, and it was like, take time to be a papa. And I was like, who's this for? What dad's going to look at that billboard and be like, they're right. I'm the Gargamel of my child's life right now.
I don't know. I feel like there's probably a lot of dads out there that
Who'd be
hopefully
like-
that would land for. Go
Teen
ahead.
dads.
Spend time with
Love the Smurfs reboots.
Oh, teen fatherhood. Speaking of teens, Tom Holland didn't know about Spider-Man's fate until the day he shot. This is very
Smart.
impressive.
Smart.
He improvised that scene. This is speaking to Webbed Media.
Makes
Look,
sense.
that to me was one of the most emotionally effective scenes in the film. So the fact that he improvised it at all, but especially on the day of, he wouldn't have had to think like everyone else I felt just was like, what's happening? But he felt the weight of disappearing from the world. Impressive. Most
Yeah, that's the most
impressive.
disturbing part of the movie. Like that's the moment that I thought about so many times. Just horrifying, just
Yeah.
horrific to think about. And he's the one that really captured the terror. I thought of everybody, because you're right. A lot of people just kind of like,
Yeah.
but he was the one that just like really drove home just how kind of it's like body horror, it's existential horror, it's everything. So yeah, but
Because
good,
if you cease to
good to
exist,
not.
nothing you did ever mattered.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
But I guess
smart of
we all
them
cease
to
to
hold it
exist.
back because
he can't
like
keep a secret.
He can't keep a secret. Exactly. He would have told someone some way with a look or whatever, but also that
Cheetah would've
With
punched him in the
words.
face.
yeah, and not that he's not a good actor, but you can actually like work with that of finding out the day of it being unexpected. You can draw on that to show it on screen.
Yeah, well, I think the other thing is that I love that relationship between Tony and Peter, and so that was like the father-son relationship where you really felt for Tony as well. He couldn't do anything to stop it from happening. So well done, Tom Holland. Have you seen the mashup with Benedict Cumberbatch where he keeps stopping him from revealing spoilers?
Yes.
Great.
No,
That one and Cheadle just like making the craziest face at Mark Ruffalo for like blowing the entire ending of the movie.
everyone dies. Well, should I not have said that? Was that a bad thing? Yeah, I love that video.
Rob also spoiled the ending for an entire theater opening weekend.
Yeah,
He
at
did?
the ArcLight. Yeah, he introduced at the Arclight, right? Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah, he did one of those little surprise like, hey, it's me, Tom Holland. I'm not really an ArcLight employee. I can't remember what. Did he spoil the Half Everyone's Gone?
So he thought it was after the movie, but it was before the movie.
Oh,
So don't
no.
worry, guys, I'm still alive.
Oopsie.
Tom
That's a
Holland.
whoopsie. Yeah. That-
But you
don't
are
wanna-
still alive because you have a sequel, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yes, but we'll see.
Yes.
Yes, Spider-Man's dead in the sequel to Spider-Man. Yeah, you know,
I'd
it's
be
fine.
avant-garde. It'd be very. It'd be a bold choice.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Black
would.
Panther definitely dead forever. Groot absolutely dead forever.
No,
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. The next Guardians movie is just going to
Rocket.
be Mantis and Rocket.
And Nebula,
Oh yeah, sure. No, Mantis is gone. Nebula and
Yeah,
Rocket.
Nebula and Rocket.
That's
which
it.
I'm into.
Look, if
I
they
would
use
watch
this
that
as an
movie.
excuse to just restock all the characters, have new people take on all the identities, I would tip my invisible cap to you, milady. That would be bold.
They're going to do that, but it's going to happen with the group that's in this world left alive. Those are the people that are going to be, we can count on who's going to be actually dead by the end of the next movie because they're alive in this one. Besides maybe Black Widow, who they're talking about doing a solo film with.
I would be fine if Guardians 3 was just Nebula and Sylvester Stallone's crew at the end of the second one.
Oh, we have a
Screw it.
Stallone.
Let's just do
That would have been a great segue. We have a Stallone thing coming up.
Oh, good.
nice.
But before that, you were worried
That's how
about
winning
it.
is done.
I was worried about it. Valkyrie and maybe Korg are
Yeah.
alive. So in the same Q&A at that school, Joe Russo confirmed that there were Asgardian survivors. There certainly were survivors. Thor does say to the Guardians that Thanos slaughtered half his people, but prior to the start of that scene, escape ships were deployed for Asgardians, including Valkyrie. So she's alive. It's exciting.
Yeah, I never thought she was dead.
Well, neither did I, but
It would
Good
have
to know.
been hilarious if that movie opened and then they were like, oh no, Valkyrie died off camera and we didn't say anything. That would have been, just watching the world burn would have been really, really fun that weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of these deaths did affect us. Yes. Well,
To
some
varying
more
degrees.
than others.
Some more than others. Yeah.
Who did you least care about?
Who did I least care about? Boy, I don't know. That whole sequence was done incredibly well. And Tom Holland performed the hell out of that scene. But other than, some of the ones in the beginning, I was just like, wow, this is a bold, creative choice. And they're really going to have to do a lot of hoops to bring all of these people back in the next one, which they're obviously going to do.
Yeah.
So it's not that I didn't care about them. It was a very effective scene, but I wasn't like, oh my God, they're dead forever. Like,
Yeah.
no, they're not.
I think the big one that in some ways was undercut almost just because of how much movie this had to be was Gamora. That's the big one. I still argue that she's one of the co-leads of the film. But yeah, I mean, Gamora just being tossed off a cliff by her dad and just broken on the rocks. That's your moment. That's the emotional linchpin of the movie. And then it kind of gets buried by a million more things having to happen. Everyone turning to dust, like, probably gonna get fixed. Not to say, again, like, the Spider-Man moment is great, but as someone who watches movies like this and has read a comic book, you kind of get to I don't know, your brain sort of resets and your emotions process differently, where you're like, this was a very impactful 17th death of Captain America. I'm curious to see how they bring him back and then kill him an 18th or 19th time. Like,
And it's a big movie when nobody talks about the fact that you killed Loki and Heimdall immediately.
Yeah.
Like, nobody
Yeah.
talks about that.
Well, I
It's like,
presume.
oh yeah.
I
That's
presume
right.
they're permanently dead.
I think they're gone.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a lot of parent-child stuff, and none more so than their relationship, which worked for him definitely, and we needed it for her. Who did you least care about, Spencer?
Who's Nick Fury's assistant?
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill. I was like, oh no. Who was that again? So yeah, Maria Hill. Sorry, Maria.
You could have killed that whole deleted scene and it would have been fine.
Well, you know who we do care about? Our $50 donors. This will probably be the last day that we do this, so we want to thank you 100%, 1,000%, 2 million% from the bottom of our heart for showing up to support us for our Movie Fights Extravaganza benefiting women in film, which you can see on the main channel now if you haven't yet. It's a ton of fun, and we actually pulled it off, which is a miracle unto
Billy
itself.
Business.
Bravo.
Right,
Yay.
Billy Business. And
Yay.
JTE sitting in that
Yeah.
row 3 hours.
Well, there's so
Yeah.
many people. There's Tina, there's
Yeah.
Rachel, there's Ryan and Ryan, there's David, there's, oh my God, help me think of all of the names.
Michael.
You, Roth.
Michael,
You, yeah.
Russ.
Joe, Starr, Russ. Who else? God damn it. Who was
Joey.
our assistant that day that was helping Tina? Sarah. Our PA.
Blonde.
Allie. God, I'm the worst. Allie, who's not Kate. I confused them for a while, but it's Allie who's amazing. She's really good at her job if you ever need a PA. There's so many people that helped us, including you guys. As always, thank you for donating. Susan Page, Sonia Caps, Naomi Degassi, Scott Summers, Leslie Cherboga,
Cyclops, thank you. Superhero.
Karen Stepko, Maria Rivera, Derek. That one was really easy. Why did I stumble on it? Maria Rivera, Derek Crow, Victor Ruiz Diaz, Catherine Doheny, Brink Slattery, John Vassell, yeah, very cool. Bradley Burnett, Ruin Robinson, Adam Money, you're so money, Adam. Kim Stickland, Brendan White, Jackie Todd, Mandy Stan, and Jared Diamond. Hi, Jared.
Jared.
Thank you guys so much.
Didn't you write Guns, Germs, and Steel?
Jared?
Yeah.
He's a journalist.
He's a journalist.
Like a legitimate journalist.
Yeah. Like he's a real one.
I don't know why he watches us.
Yeah. No, and he loves us. He's so wonderful and
Thank
so
you, sir.
supportive. Yeah, but he's like a real journalist.
Like
Wait,
with
but
facts
that's
and
really
stuff?
him?
Wall Street
that-
Journal.
Yeah, from the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
I don't
Jared.
believe you.
No.
I feel like,
No,
you're,
he
I feel like
did.
you're
True.
sending me up.
No.
This is a goof.
What
You're
is he-
playing a goof on me, aren't you?
We've
No,
met him.
we've met him.
come
He's a
and
really
visited
nice
us.
guy.
Oh,
Jared.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
We like communicate on Twitter. He's a great guy. He loves ScreenJunkies.
Yeah.
He likes
Well, I'll
you,
be darned.
Spencer. And he's a real person, real journalist.
Well, sorry
we're
for
all-
doubting that you would ever like us,
we're
Jeremy
all real
Diamond,
hu- I'm-
author of
I'm-
Guns, Germs, and Steel.
This is
I'm-
more about Spencer than you.
Yeah.
I'm as surprised as you
Anyone
are.
that would write a book this thick and still appreciates
Well, I don't know
ScreenJunkies.
if he wrote that actual
Yeah.
book. I just know that Jared Diamond
Jared
is
Diamond.
an actual journalist.
Yeah,
that
I'm not
is a
sure he
fan
wrote
of
that book.
ours.
Did
I
you
don't know
write
if he
that
wrote
book, Jared?
I don't know.
Wow.
If you did,
Okay.
congratulations. Writing a book is
Well,
a very
the mystery
difficult thing to
deepens.
do.
Alicia Malone likes us, and she wrote a beautiful book.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not that bad. Rambo 5!
There we go. JT's been sitting there waiting to push the
He's
Rambo
been
button.
waiting for
Oh,
that
boy.
all day, and I think we should probably hear from JT at a certain point. Well, unless those were your words. He's set to return fifth installment of Rambo. Sly is coming back. He will. It was unlikely that he is going to direct, though, so we're sad. All right.
Did he directed
Did he
the
direct
last
5?
one, right?
JT.
JT. He
directed
four,
four.
right?
Okay.
He's working on the script with his Expendables collaborator Avi Lerner.
Oh, well, then this
Yeah.
would be great.
So,
Impeccable movies.
in the fifth episode of the franchise, when the daughter of one of his friends is kidnapped, Rambo, who has been working on a ranch, crosses the U.S.-Mexico border and quickly finds himself up against the full might of one of Mexico's most violent cartels. JT, feelings,
right.
thoughts, expression?
Well, JT is very
applauding.
excited.
He's
He's
applauding. Dan?
If it was just a Rambo Ranch movie, JT would be applauding. It was like Rambo
never left
goes
the ranch.
west, and he was like roping cows, and
And it was weirdly the next City Slickers.
that would be amazing. I would love to see that. Hey, did you get the
And
cows?
he's just
in
feeding the
pen?
little cow. What was the cow's name?
Norman.
Norman, the cow. That cow was so cute. Are you excited?
I would have been more interested if they sort of went back to the roots of the first one, and that was about going up against a corrupt police force. I thought, I don't know, maybe like a Sheriff Joe situation or something like that. Rambo's like, oh, much like the way you treat people, and kind of deals with that guy. Might have been a little more interesting. This sounds like Taken, Jack Reacher, Airport Dad fantasy to me.
Isn't that what Rambo's always
Yeah,
been?
isn't that's
I mean,
Rambo from
No, but this
from
is-
2 onwards.
Yeah.
That's Rambo.
No, that's more just like ridiculous action fantasy. This just means more like a man took my daughter. I'm gonna go get him.
These are all pretenses for Rambo to stand outside of any cover whatsoever with the largest gun that
Yes.
a man on all the HGH can carry and just go for I think the last one had like a 6.5 minute long sequence of him just standing
On
in
the
the back of
50
the
cal?
on the back of the truck just mincing people, just
If
people
you
turning
haven't-
into like just CGI sprays of
Yeah.
human
Yeah.
meat, and that's what Rambo is these days. Is just a
Yeah.
pretense for that.
If you haven't
Spencer
seen that, you're
selling
not
me.
old enough to watch it.
Yeah.
You're just It's a horrific scene.
It
don't-
really is. That's what I remember about the
It's
last
like
one
in
is-
Expendables 2 and the heads start exploding and it's so amazing. Right?
Expendables 2?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Kingsman? When all
No,
that-
That was
different
an
head,
amazing
different head
different.
exploding.
No.
Okay.
It was like not. It wasn't that kind of head explosion.
Yeah.
There was a massive action sequence, and then really for no reason,
just
heads
exploded
just
a bunch
started
of people's heads.
exploding,
It's that
which
good.
made it even. And then like Chuck Norris again, no reason, just shows the fuck up. That's the best movie ever made.
That's our one.
Talking spicy.
We've been saying that's our one for like the last 3 months.
Well, it's one per episode, right?
That's our Q2 F4.
Exactly. Shows the frolic up. It puts the, I don't know. I have to
Is
get some
Chuck
kind of
Norris a
punishment.
stronger curse word than the F word?
That's a really good question, and I
Nothing
leave
is
it to
stronger
you.
than Chuck Norris.
Right? Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yes.
Do a women in film swear jar. Raise more money than a charity event.
It's true. All
Might
from this
out-earn
woman.
the actual fundraiser. Just at least talking about Jurassic World. It's like $5 right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's true. Let's do it.
Especially
Ryan
if
Reynolds.
commenters count.
Oh. I'm trying to go the opposite way, Joe.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds has never seen the Green Lantern. What? This is via Cinema Blend. Nobody's surprised. Here's what he said. I guess he was asked about it. He said, I've got to be really careful how I answer this. Look, I've never seen the full final version of Green Lantern. I saw a very late stage rough cut of the film. Now, that isn't to say that I didn't want to see it because I didn't like it. I have movies that have been received pretty well that I haven't seen. And then I have movies that I've seen 100 times that people don't like, but I do. The Green Lantern joke in Deadpool to me is just sort of, I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's me just taking the piss out of me. But it's more Wade, though. Okay, what I want to know is what movie that he's seen 100 times that other people don't like. Guesses, best guess. The Proposal.
Sorry, what? JT put up a ghost image of Rambo and I got distracted. Are we saying that he skipped his own premiere for the movie? He didn't watch?
Oh no, I've been to
Yeah, I'm
premieres.
sure he
they,
went-
they,
they
go
leave.
and then
They don't stay
it's
for
like
the movie.
it's like in the front
Yeah.
door, out the back door.
Yeah, they don't
Okay.
actually. They
You
go
go
out
in
to
and out.
dinner and then come back for the party.
Yeah.
He's just saying that he hasn't seen it, but that doesn't mean that he didn't like it. It just means, like he said, there are movies I've seen 100 times that people didn't like that I do. I'm saying, which one do you think that is?
For Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
I think he loves Blade
R.I.P.D.
Trinity. Ooh,
Oh.
loved it.
Oh,
I
that
bet-
he's in.
I bet
Movie
he's,
that he's
seen,
in.
He's in.
I bet he's
Okay.
seen that one 100 times.
And he's like, why didn't people get it?
Yeah. The Van Wilder, the Rise of Taj.
That makes so much sense. You guys have made better choices than mine, which was The Proposal.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a cute movie.
We're just going for dumb jokes. You entered it for reals.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I bet his wife likes the movie. I don't know.
I legitimately think he's seen R.I.P.D. 100 times.
You do?
I think he had
you're
a good
right.
time making it with Jeff Bridges, who's a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he watches it to remember how cool and fun it was making.
He's like,
that
remember
terrible
when I was
movie?"
hanging out with Jeff
Yeah.
Bridges?
Do you think he like tweaks it in his head every time to like try to fix it?
I think he thinks it's perfect. He's like, it had it all. Men in Black and Ghostbusters at the same time.
If I got to hang out with Jeff Bridges for 3 months, hell yeah, I would. It's like having a whole movie of hanging out with Jeff Bridges.
true.
Of course, I would watch it all the
Yeah,
time. Are
that's
you
true.
kidding me? That's. I don't care what the movie's about. I would just want to see me hanging out with
too.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, he's my #1 hug goal, which I'm surprised that I just haven't made happen yet. Because you got to think there's a way to hug
Speak
Jeff
it into
Bridges.
existence, Roth.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Speak it into it.
We'll figure it out.
We live in LA. We're secreting it.
Yeah. Twitter, go.
That and 10 million crisp dollars for me to go live the island life of my dreams. I think he's lying, and he does hate Green Lantern, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I've seen Green Lantern multiple times, but if
You
you
have?
asked, yeah, we're on trailers. If you asked me what really happened, like I could very well see myself forgetting everything about that movie. In fact, I already have. I forget everything.
There was the
There's a fart
space
cloud.
fart.
He got hit with a lot of chemicals. No, is that Daredevil? No,
That's Daredevil.
That's Daredevil.
He got a ring. A ring.
From space.
The Ring
From
of
space.
Power.
The One Ring.
He found a
Yeah.
dying
To rule them
alien
all.
who had a ring.
He was
He
taking
put on
it
there,
to
and then he
Mordor.
joined the Green Lantern.
Had to go to Mount Doom.
And he met his wife, who was a brunette. It was very important that she
Who I
was a
think is-
brunette.
she-
Are you sure there weren't chemicals in this one too?
There was a
Peter
space fart.
Sarsgaard had a big forehead.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had a big head.
He got sprayed with chemicals.
Something happened.
His
to
wife is a pilot, like Captain
Yeah.
Marvel.
His wife was a pilot? He
Yeah.
was a pilot.
But
No,
she was a
she-
pilot,
but
too.
she
See,
was a
exactly. You can
pilot.
forget everything about this movie and seen it 3 times. It was a while ago.
him. Yeah, I remember the fart.
Remember the
cloud.
mask? And she goes,
Yeah.
"That's cool," and we went, "No,
No,
it's
it's
not."
not
The
cool.
space
not.
stuff was, that was kind of fun.
Space chicken, yeah.
Meryl Streep, Johnny Depp, Jared Leto, Adam Driver, Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, Julianne Moore, Joaquin Phoenix, Megan Fox, Zac Efron. What do they have in common?
White.
What?
They're white?
White people. Your favorite white people.
That is true. That is true.
They're very enjoyable white people.
They don't watch their movies. They make it a rule not to watch their movies.
I've always thought that was.
You think it's BS?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Andrew Garfield watches all of his movies.
Like a lot.
That dude watches
Jesse
Amazing Spider-Man so much.
Jesse Eisenberg, I know he watches his movies. Like he just fast forwards. Maybe this is what he
he
means.
paces while he watches his
fast forwards
movie.
to the scenes that he's in and doesn't watch the rest of
Yes.
the movie. I could buy.
Maybe, I don't know. Some people actors have this weird like self-love, self-loathing thing. So they're like, I need to be the star of a movie, and then like, oh my god, I can't look at myself.
That's true.
You know, because you have to like have that to be able to become an actor in the first place.
See, I think Eisenberg is the kind of guy that only reads his lines in a script. That's-
Yeah,
Which some people may say is a choice because from his character's perspective, that's
he
all
doesn't
that's
know what anyone
happening.
else is gonna say. Yeah,
That's all that's happening in the script. I don't know. Some of this I buy. Zac Efron, I assume, is too busy partying.
I mean, Megan
to
Fox,
watch
I
a
don't
movie.
blame her. I wouldn't want to watch
Yeah.
those movies either.
She should watch Jennifer's Body though, because it's so
It's
underrated.
a good movie.
It's a good
Megan.
movie.
You should watch it.
Jennifer's Body is underrated. Go watch it immediately, Megan. We have a lot of things for people to watch. Speaking of watching things,
So many.
so many things. We have smash hit M.
Smash it.
Night Shyamalan. Did he make it? Did he break it? Did we smash that plate? You'll have to watch the entire video.
skip to the end to find out.
Don't
Yeah.
encourage bad behavior, Spencer.
It's the journey, not the destination.
I do like Signs for the record. I saw Sue was like, I can't believe no one likes
So do
Signs.
I.
It's like I do like it. I just think in the cut
It didn't make it
didn't
in.
make it in that I like. I do
think-
like Signs.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch the final cut.
I didn't either.
Oh,
I didn't know.
okay,
I didn't
Megan
know
Fox.
I didn't know it was coming out until I saw it was live. I was like, oh, Smash Hit's coming out this weekend.
So I wasn't
Oh.
sure. I know that I said some positive stuff about Signs, but clearly it didn't make it in because everybody's like, why do you guys all hate Signs?
I also said some positive things.
Fake
about
news.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Confirmed signs likers.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Signsers.
I like it. I think it's sweet. I think that that's a really nice message, and I like when she swings away in the water. Yeah. Is there some logical flaws? Is there? There is. Is there was not the proper
Is there? There was.
We've got
There
your
was.
back always.
There are some terrible logical flaws, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The water thing's dumb, but that's not why you watch movies, or is it? You probably do. The person watching this.
Serious
They're puzzles.
questions. Serious questions about the Avengers Infinity War. That's up on the main channel. It's a ton of fun. They're not so serious, these questions, Spencer.
That therein lies the joke.
Yeah.
Maybe it went over people's heads. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed them.
I do want to meet the guy who thinks that Chin Groove's question is a serious query we had about the film. I want to meet that guy.
Yeah. Take them in the spirit in which they were intended, which is to make you laugh.
Yes.
No, I was 100% serious that Thanos should have worn Snoke's robe. That was a very serious thought that I had after I saw the movie, and I don't appreciate Screen Junkies making light of it by including it with all of these other completely for fun, superfluous questions.
The only ones that are 100% never jokes are JTEs.
Yeah.
We just put them in the
That's
room
true.
and we roll camera.
He's diehard about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He really means it. I will say I did have half serious questions about the nature of what was getting eradicated from the earth, like microbes and bacteria and an individual's microbe, and because we're all just made up of so much bacteria.
Corgis.
Yeah.
Would you get so thrown on it? Would the
Cats.
probiotic industry just boom? Would I legitimately have
What are the effects on the probiotic industry?
Yeah.
Roth demands answers.
Break it down.
Activia, still in business.
Those are my questions. But other than that, they're all jokes. Charting with Dan is happening later today. We're going to talk about the box office.
We are indeed. We're going to talk about how Infinity War did in its second weekend, how that stacks up historically against other movies, and I'm going to try to be a little bit of a prognosticator and maybe talk about how high it can fly. Crossed $1 billion worldwide in record time. Let's see how
high?
well this movie can do. We're going to talk about that a little bit today.
I have a prognostication. It's going to make some money. Honest Trailers is coming out tomorrow. It's a big one. Do you have a tease?
It's a
It's
steamy one.
steamy. A tease is the right way to phrase
Yeah.
it.
I guess, yeah.
That's the tease is a tease. And as mentioned, the Movie Fights Extravaganza, which you should go watch. It's tons of fun. So many of your favorites are in there. We're grateful to you, grateful to everybody who made the show happen, including our wonderful guests who showed up to support us. And that was very nice of them. And also get some boxed wine because we are a class act operation at Screen Junkies. We will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go have some boxed wine myself.
Cobra
It's
Kai,
Monday
never
at
die.
11.
Cobra Kai, never die.
Stale box.
Oh, did you watch it?